trap Robinson. They've been doing that effectively. And off the steal, here's James with the stuff.
Bulls try to even the series at home, but the heat of the moment proved to be too much. A night of misery for.
And Muhammad fouls LeBron James, and then a technical foul on James. And Muhammad, for some reason, shoves James. And we're having it again. Players losing their cool.
Muhammad will be ejected because James fell.
From my angle, I just saw a guy basically wow.
When you're comfortable with who you are as a player and as a person, and nothing really bothers you.
Welcome back to NBA Tonight. Doug Kazarian alongside the Hall of Famer Chris Mullin. All that was about Nazr Mohammad's ejection. Some implying that maybe LeBron James was flopping. Tom Thibodeau, the Bulls coach, fined $35 grand for insinuating the league wants the higher profile team, the Miami Heat, to advance, and really saying the refs swaying that. So he got fined $35 grand, but it didn't bring back Luol Deng, Kirk Hinrich, or Derrick Rose. The Bulls shorthanded, and the Miami Heat taking advantage.
Well, Doug, the Chicago Bulls have been doing a good job of keeping out of the paint and keeping out of transition. Tonight, not the case here. Dribble drive into the paint for LeBron. Points in the paint, 36 Heat, only 20 for the Bulls.
Was LeBron more aggressive in this game early on?
He's been just playing great basketball, sharing it, taking care of it, showing his teammates were involved first, and taking care of himself later.
There's LeBron, a little pick and roll with Chris Bosh. Bosh had 14 points on 7 of 10 shooting. Heat up 9 in the first quarter. Let's go to the second quarter. Nate Robinson had a rough night, including this turnover. Norris Cole ahead to LeBron, and we know where that's going.
And we all know when you turn the basketball over, it turns into dunks for the Heat. And here's LeBron James ahead of the field. Tonight, 19 fast break points for the Heat, only 7 for the Bulls.
Not sure Magic would give him $1 million on that finish. Maybe next year in the slam dunk contest. LeBron with the nifty move and finish. The and one, Heat up 12. Miami 10 of 13 from the field in the paint in the first half. Chicago just 11 total made field goals in the first half. Let's go to the second half. It's getting away from Chicago, some ugly shooting.
But you talk about being tired and fatigued. At this point, this Bulls team is exhausted.
A lot of reserves playing starters minutes, right?
Absolutely. And you mentioned earlier, the analysis is this. Look, on the bench, look who's in suits. Rose, Hinrich, and Deng.
Norris Cole to beat the buzzer. Bulls, 9 points in the third quarter, 25.7% shooting. Those are franchise record lows for the postseason. Fourth quarter, Heat pulling away. LeBron from distance. It's a 19-point game. Norris Cole, the nice dish to the 4-time MVP. 27, 7, and 8 for LeBron. 65 points for the Bulls as they lose in a blowout. Those 65 points, a new franchise playoff low for Chicago. Miami improves to 7-1 in the postseason, all wins by double digits. You mentioned the fast break points, another stat very similar, transition points. Miami 29-8 edge. That's the most points for Miami, 29 in transition in the Big Three era, obviously since LeBron came on board. Here's LeBron saying Chicago's depleted roster plays into Miami style.
That's what we want to do. We just try to wear teams down throughout a series and try to get better each and every game. And, you know, we've done that. From game 1 to game 2 to game 3 to game 4, we've improved each and every game, and that's good.
He has a great feel for what we need, and I think he felt that we needed a strong start and a good burst, and you know, a couple of those came off long rebounds and a steal, so that always helps. But he reads the game as well as anybody in this league.
Now, Nate Robinson has shined in the postseason, but this time we're putting him in the NBA Tonight spotlight for his struggles.
Well, the Miami Heat put him in their spotlight, too. He was the guy they knew that could explode, so they were very conscious of double-teaming him every time he got the ball. Nate struggled from the perimeter. The shots he could make weren't going, but give a lot of credit to the Miami defense. There was one guy that did not want to let him get off tonight, and he didn't.
Nate Robinson, 0 of 12 from the field, finished with 0 points. Those shooting woes tied for the third most field goal attempts in a postseason, so only 5 guys have had a worst shooting performance. A night to forget for Nate Robb, who was frustrated with the bricks.
You make half the shots, we're in the game. You know, that's how I think of it. I just think, you know, you have games like that where, you know, you just can't make a shot. But you just got to keep fighting and keep playing. I thought our team as a whole, we continue to play hard. We just, couldn't put the ball in the basket.
Nate had a tough game. Nate's a tough guy. He'll bounce back. Again, same thing. He didn't make shots tonight, but he's a shot maker. And so, and our team we didn't shoot well. We're 2 for 17 from 3. You got to make shots against these guys.
Just terrible shooting for the Bulls. Really flat from the start. Chris, you mentioned depleted roster. Those minutes adding up for Chicago. Only 8 teams in NBA playoff history have rallied from a 3-1 series deficit. So the Heat on a roll, but overshadowed a bit is Dwayne Wade's subpar production, at least for his standards. Maybe that bum right knee. Here's Wade on a bothersome and troublesome right knee.
Some days better than others. So, it's just in certain games, I might do a move or do something, and it might, the shooting pain might come up. This was the first time y'all seen it. Other times I've been able to not show y'all. So it's the first time y'all was able to see it. But like I said, able to come back and help my team win.
So Wade just 6 points in Game 4 on 3 of 10 shooting. He's actually averaging nearly 9 points less in the playoffs than he did in the regular season. What do you make of this sort of slump?
Well, I mean, it's a concern if he's really hurt, and we don't know the fact about that. I mean, it's bothering him. You can see it's bothering his numbers. But from a positive outlook, other players are getting themselves involved. They're gaining confidence. Norris Cole has stepped up his game. Chris Bosh has been in great rhythm. So if this is just a nagging injury that can get healthy, if they close this series out, they'll be okay.
Yeah, he was seen limping in this game, but did return to action, although not as productive. But then again, the Heat didn't really need him. And as you said, the Sporting Cast stepped up. Game 5 back in Miami on Wednesdays. The Heat looked to close out the series. 3 from the Heat Bulls game. Time winding down in the third. Norris Cole.
He nails the 3 just like he's got that high top fade nailed. Nothing but net.
Oh, you're but the Thunder lose in overtime. Let's go back to Heat Bulls, a guy we've seen dunk, I think once or twice before.
It's just nasty. If you turn it over, look at this power. Just big time dunk by LeBron.
LeBron, 27-7.